Perfect. Welcome to the training today. And the training is about creating your finance strategy day or having a finance strategy day in your business. And right, the word strategy. I prefer to use a word map, roadmap, because that's ultimately what you want from this. You want to spend a day working on your business, not in your business, that will create this roadmap for you and that you know where you're going. I very often use examples with my clients because I think it actually makes it all so much more relatable when you think about it. So imagine that you're going from Glasgow to London. I'm connected to both cities, so I'll be talking about those two. You're going from Glasgow to London. Now, you've got two options. You can just go, get in the car, go without planning, without working out how much fuel you need, without working out where you can fill up the tank, without working out which you have to take, which motorway you have to take, which route is the best, how to avoid accidents on the way, things like this. That's your option one, right? You will still get from Glasgow to London, but it will probably take you a bit longer and it will very likely be much more stressful. You can do option two, which is plan in advance. So when you're still in Glasgow, you dig up the map or you go on Google Maps. No one uses a map anymore, do they? You go on Google Maps and you plan, right, this is the best route to take. Actually, I want to stop here as well. So this route will be the best one for me. And you can plan it. You will know exactly how many miles you've got to go. You will know exactly how many times you need to refill your tank. You will know where your plan roughly, do I need to stop here to do it, to get some petrol, or do I need to stop a bit further to get the petrol? The planning will mean that you will get to London much faster and that it will be less stressful for you. And this is exactly what the finance roadmap day does to you. It allows you to be behind the steering wheel of your business and do it in a way that feels good, feels really, really empowered and in control. And this is what we want. We don't want money in business to be causing you stress. We want money in business to be causing you this feeling of peace and calm, this feeling of, yeah, I've got it. I know what I'm doing. I know where I am. I know where I'm going to, and it's just gonna work for me. This is a game changer. So I did those kind of days with my current clients, and for them, it's always like, oof, wow, what is happening here? Because people still do some sort of planning in their business, but it's never at this kind of level. It's always, yeah, plan the next month or so. And it's never taking the things out of the box, and it's never re-engineering your business to look, how is it actually going to work for you? How can you make it work for you best? I love doing those sessions, and it's a good time to do it for you now because it's half of the year. It's a really good kind of benchmark to take. You've had 5 months of 2023 already. We've got another seven to go. Is that right? 7. So use June to actually do it. Use June to plan for the remainder of 2023 and do it well. Do it really, really well. Now, one of the things that people tell me is I'm too small to do it as a business owner. I only make, a few £100 or a few £1,000 a month. There's no point in me doing it. That's wrong. That's not the right attitude. Do it small, because if you do it small, one, you will grow faster, and two, you will learn the skills that you need when you're still quite small. It's much, much harder to deal with it when you're a big company and when you've got many more clients and you've got much more work to do. To find a day to do your strategy will be much more difficult than actually doing it when you're smaller. The second thing is, I would encourage you and I would invite you to think about how you can use it in your personal life, how you can use it with your personal finances, because again, it will tremendously help you manage your personal finances if you approach it the same way. If you stop and think and look into, right, where am I going with this? Do some sort of finance date with your spouse, your friends, on your own, if it's best for you. Decide what's best for you and do it. Pay attention to your numbers. So how will a roadmap day, a finance strategy day, help you in your business? I've got some notes in front of me to make sure I stay on track. So I'll be looking at them from time to time. First of all, you will get clarity. You will get so much clarity in terms of this is what I need to do to achieve my goal. I speak to so many business owners who tell me I want to get to 100, 120 or whatever else K it is for them. And when I ask them how many clients do you need? Give me some details. They don't know. So how do you expect to get there if you don't know how you can get there? This is really important. It will also reinforce your why. Why are you doing this? Because when you realize that to get to your goal, you need to do things that maybe are not in alignment with what you're trying to achieve, that will be your stopping point. You will be able to stop and change direction, which is really good in business as well. This clarity is absolute key. Ask any business owner that is making 7 figures and beyond, and they will tell you this: clarity is key when it comes to business, knowing what you're doing and how you're doing it. This is what drives the business forward. The second thing is peace and calm. You will know it yourself. And if you're not that experienced in business, go back to your personal finances and think about, right, how am I making decisions in business or in life when I'm calm and peaceful? And how am I making decisions in life when I'm not so calm, when I'm really stressed? 2 different types of decisions are being made here. 2 different energies are working here. So by creating the roadmap, you will be more in present, you will be more in calm, and you will be more peaceful in your business. And that only leads to one thing: better business. When you're running your business from this place, it will work for you, not against you. Now, what works against you is having a very reactive approach to your business. It's the firefighting. It's the sleepless nights in your business because you don't know what's going to happen next. You don't know where your next client is coming from. You can see your bank account balance dropping and you have no idea when it will go up again. This is reactive firefighting in business, which doesn't serve you or the business. I would love you to tell me if any of this resonates with you and if you are willing to actually start being more proactive in business. It will change the name of the game for you. Now, the third thing that it will help you achieve if you do this roadmap is you will get into the CEO mindset so much more. Majority of people who are starting their own business, they come with an employee mindset. They worked for someone for years. They start their own business and they still behave like an employee. They don't think like a business owner. And I was the same when I started. It was exactly the same for me. I was approaching every task with an employee mindset. And it didn't serve me because it led me to a burnout again, or very close to a burnout. I managed to catch this one. If you approach your business with a CEO mindset, it is a different approach. You value different things in your business then. You find time for what's important for you and for your business growth. So this finance strategy day, if you put a lot of importance on it, this is your CEO mindset going, this is good for my business. If you think, I cannot do it, I cannot commit half a day or a day to do it because I've got the doing to do, you're an employee mindset. I'd love you to reflect on it and see which one am I in and how am I using it? How is it working for me? Just, go and do some journaling on it and see where you're coming from in your business. Okay, the second part is why people don't actually do it. I've already mentioned kind of some of the things like employee mindset and what might take you away from doing this sort of strategy day, but there are other things. So first of all, they just don't know what to do. They've never done one before. They don't know how to structure it. They don't know what's important, what's not. And they are worried they will actually waste a day or half a day doing it. If this resonates, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know what is your reason why you're not doing things like this in your business. The second thing is people are scared. Let's face it, people are scared to actually see it because once you do your strategy day, it will be very much black and white on paper to tell you, am I okay? Am I actually going to get to this financial goal? How much work do I have to do to get there? Is my business as good as I think it is, or is it just my imagination? What if your business was actually better than you think, but you're not seeing it because you're not paying attention? What if your business goal for 2023 is actually much smaller than what you're able to achieve, but you're not seeing it because you're not tracking it properly? You're not doing the work to see the bigger picture here. This is what I love about this, because a lot of people will try to, or will go for a goal in business, and then we sit down and do the numbers review, and suddenly they can make much more money. It's doable. It's not like something that is out of the blue and scares the shit out of them. It's something that is very, very doable. And they go like, oh, I've been limiting myself here. I've not been going for what I can do because I had this idea in my head that this is all I can achieve. Imagine how much of a difference it can make to your business if you start thinking with this kind of expansion approach rather than with contraction approach in your business. And the third thing why people don't do this sort of work in their business is it takes them away from the doing. And this is an interesting one. This one is a really interesting one because, again, coming back from the employee mindset, we start a business because we're really good at doing something. So I started my business because I'm really good at talking about numbers to people. But especially for the creative people, you know, they start a coaching business, they start designing business, something like this. So when it comes to looking at their numbers, it's one, out of their comfort zone. They have never done it properly before, and they don't feel safe in it. They feel safe doing the doing because this is what they know. Suddenly someone is asking them to do the CEO stuff, the strategy day. They've not done it before, so they are not sure, am I good at it? Will I be able to do it? So it's easier for them to retract and go back to the doing rather than stay in the growth mindset and, okay, let's embrace this one. Let's see what it leads us. Let's see what it can bring us. This is the difference between people who succeed fairly quickly and people who stay in their comfort zone all the time. And some of them will still be successful. It will take them much longer and it will be much more painful for them. And I'm not saying here that you have to do the finance day with someone, finance strategy, finance roadmap, whatever you call it, with someone. You can do it on your own, but do it. Do it. So I'm going to give you 5 things or 4 things that I would look into on the finance strategy day when I do it with someone, and use it, adapt it. This is the value for you. This is the information given to you on a plate, and only you can make a decision. Am I going to do it, or am I going to have excuses why not to do it? The choice is yours. I'm not here to make, to try to persuade anyone to do things. It's not my job. It's not my role. I'm here to show you this is what's possible for you. Are you up for it? Are you going for it? So the first thing I would do is set up your income plan for the year. Work out month by month, how is the income going to be coming to you? Now, it will be quite difficult for people who have got very little visibility on their numbers. But if you can plan at least 3 months in advance like this, it will already start building up for you. It will become easier and easier. When you've got the income plan, the second thing would be to create a spending plan. Now, you notice I don't call it a budget because I really don't like the word budget. It's very restrictive in my view. But spending plan is very flowy. It's got this nice feeling to it. So think about your spending plan and map out the big things that you're gonna be buying this year. What is it that you want to invest in? What is it that you need to invest in? And what do you desire to invest in? Is it a new coach? Is it a new service? Is it a new website? Is it a new laptop? Whatever it is for you, just map it all out on this beautiful roadmap that you're creating for your business. Once you've got this, you can take some time and actually review your current expenditure. Look into how much money are you spending in business? Do you still need everything that you're spending money on? Or are some of the services, some of the softwares that you're using, are they just no longer valid for you? You're still paying for them, but maybe you don't need them anymore. That kind of review will take you 15, 20 minutes max, but it can save you money, and it will put you in a place of, I'm controlling it now. I know what's happening. And this is a very powerful state to be in when it comes to money. So the first thing that I would do would be to check the profit. If you've got your income and you've got your costs, your spending plan, you will be able to pretty much say how much your profit is. And look into it thinking, is it making me happy? Is it making me excited, or is it not? Because if it's not making you excited, big picture, it will be very difficult for you to get there. You need to get like this fire in your belly about your business to get really excited about it, to be able to achieve what you're trying to achieve. When you got this, your profit, I would look into the cash flow. And this is, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, because that's probably the hardest thing to do if you're doing it on your own. Ask your accountant for help. Ask someone who knows about it. Ask me for help. I'm more than happy to do it as well. Because cash flow is really important. Cash is key. Cash is king. This is what they say, isn't it? Cash is king in business. And without cash, you will not survive for too long. But cash flow planning is probably the most difficult thing for people to do. And it's difficult for a reason, because it makes the biggest difference to your business. So if you are not fully on board with how to do it, find a way to learn. Either work with someone, Google it, go on YouTube and find it. Plenty of resources everywhere. Just make sure you actually start paying attention to your cash. And again, if doing it for 6 months is a bit too much for you, do it for the 3 months. Look into it on a shorter interval term and see how it pans out for you. See how it works for you. And the final step here would be list your action points. List your steps on your roadmap. What do you need to do to achieve where you're trying to get to? It's like this planning to go from Glasgow to London. We need to take, I can't even remember the wrong numbers anymore, but we need to take 77, is it? Then you need to get to Carlisle, and then you need to change to a different M, and then you need to stop here to fill up your tank. This is exactly what you need to do in your business. So plan it and do high-level action points. You need to set up a new Facebook account. You need to start a new program to plan that this program needs to be ready then. You need to create a new lead magnet to attract people to this. All of this comes together very, very nicely when you do the work. Let me know how it feels. Let me know your views about this. Let me know if you're doing something similar in your business at the moment, or is it something you've been avoiding in your business? If you can switch your thinking about this, you can start planning your business a bit better. It will serve you very, very well in your business. So give it a go and let me know how you got on. I would love to know.